Hello, how's my terrible hair?
It's zombie hair.
Thank you, that was the right answer.
Okay.
Let's talk.
The direction that your character's taking, where would you love to see the character go? What would you love to see have happen? Like if you could have control over what's going to happen next.
I'd love to see, whatever they come up with is going to top whatever, I could possibly hope for or dream of. But I'd like to see him get the girl. I'd like to see him work with I'd like to work with Raul every single episode. I'd love to see Blaine and Robbie. Blobby? What do we call ourselves, Raul? Blobby? Rain. Hashtag rain. It's my favorite hashtag of the show. Get the girl. Blaine gets the girl, breaks Robbie's heart, but they still meet for coffee every day.
So your character in the last episode just went through something super traumatic. You came back from the dead, had to ride the bus, which seems just as traumatic.
Yep.
To Blaine, possibly. So how do you think your character's handling the whole I'm about to die now? Now that I've turned back into a zombie, I'll probably have a limited amount of time.
Yeah, it's scary, but there's also that feeling like, he's already been dead once, or been dead twice now. You can't kill me, I'm already dead. What is that Barney line from The Simpsons? Don't cry for me, I'm already dead. I think it's scary, you know what I mean? And obviously he's injected himself with the new cure because he doesn't want to meet his maker just yet. So he's willing to try anything. So yeah, that montage at the end was it's kind of one of the heavier moments for Blaine. And as you learn more about Blaine, I think you can, can't completely sympathize with him because he's done some terrible things. But, he had some terrible things done to him. That's when he grew up. He was a rich kid. He was rich as far as money is concerned. Poor in so many ways.
Which would explain the business he got into, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we see like you said, there's the montage at the end, and Blaine is actually quite kind and generous to what I consider his best lackeys.
Yeah.
But their take is like, okay, boss is kind of off the wings now. What are we gonna do here? And so as viewers, we've only seen a few episodes. We've seen progress, obviously. Are we going to see any interplay with them coming into the game with the selling of the...
With Donnie and Chief?
Yeah,
there was a real heartfelt little speech he gave to them, and he really truly did appreciate them and appreciates them. They've been this kind of wonderful trio running the Shady Plots brain business, and I love that Rob fell in love with Bryce in his brief moment as Scotty last year and brought him back like full time because it's just fantastic. And his deal with Andre, who is a lovely actor and a wonderful actor, but he didn't have faith that he could find another big henchman like as good as an actor as Alex Panovich was in the first season. So his great idea was to have him communicate through via phone because he's a mute, and that's played out to a wonderful effect this season. To answer your long story short, yes, there'll be a lot more Chief and Donnie and Blaine.
Because they're really the only ones he can trust at this point.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
I mean, unless you consider us trusted Liv and Major and the other good guys on the show, right? But,
yeah. I think he's got this sense of all alone in the world. He's burned every bridge. He burned bridges before he's even crossed them. So, yeah.
How do you think Blaine would deal with an actual enemy in Liv? Like, you guys just kind of skirted it where you're not friends,
right.
You have like a really weird alliance happening, but what if it actually, who do you think would come out on top, I guess, if you actually had to really go against Liv?
Well, seeing as how Rose is number one on the call sheet, the star of the show, I'm going to guess Liv would come out on top.
too easy. Come on.
In terms of character development, where can we see your character going?
Well, this new cure that he's injected himself with is it's not a perfect cure, and there's some big time side effects that affect Blaine as a person. It affects Blaine's entire being. That's all I can really say. You'll get a taste of it on Tuesday.
Are we going to see more instances where we find Blaine has a conscience, really? And
Yes.
okay.
Yes. These last 5 episodes, you're going to see a different Blaine. Really different.
You see the human that was
Yeah.
there once, right?
Except that taste in the montage at the end of this last episode.
Okay.
He's donating to muscular dystrophy. We're gonna go in that direction. he's gonna move to Africa and dig wells.
How much of yourself do you bring to the character? Hopefully not the psychopath part.
You know what? It's funny because it is such a despicable character, but there's a likability there. And, a man's only as good as his word. And I am only as good as the words provided. So I'm just lucky to have these wonderful words that Rob and Diane and the rest of the writers come up with. And they write to who we are. They write for us. I think there's a lot of stuff that's like, dude, David would sound great, dude. He'd have me singing all the time because I'm pretty good at singing. So they really write to our strengths and write to who we are as people, and it's probably the closest to any character I've ever played to me. They don't have an English accent, Yeah, good question. We good?
All right, yeah.